Hey friends and family, this is SP with another news nugget, and we are giving you an update, breaking news. It just happened. So we get the news and then we give it to you as soon as it happened. So I'm going to drop that nugget. We're talking about Jessie Smollett. He's back in the news again. So you guys stay with me. Subscribe to this channel because we always getting breaking news really quick, and we give it to you as soon as we get it. So hit that subscription button and let me drop that nugget. Okay, you guys, you know we're talking about Jessie Smollett. What happened to Jessie Smollett? Now, just a little bit of a history. This is the actor that was on Empire that allegedly had got jumped, poured gasoline on or bleach, and was called homophobic names, and he fought back. And this was the story. Well, remember when they went ahead and just squashed the deal? Everybody thought, well, Jessie Smollett was lying. But anyway, the police department down there in Chicago had filed some charges and wanted him to pay all of this money. Well, they end up just closing the case. That's the history of it. They just closed the case, shut it, and sealed it. And nobody else talked about it anymore. Well, here's today's update. This is your nugget.
Today has decided to unseal the records in the Jessie Smollett case. You'll recall Smollett was accused of staging a hate crime against himself earlier this year. The charges against the actor were then suddenly dropped in March, and that decision led to outrage from Chicago police who spent time and resources working the case. Well, after charges were dropped, the court agreed to seal the records. But now that decision appears to have been reversed. CBS News correspondent Dean Reynolds is in Chicago for us and joins us now. So, Dean, what exactly happened today, and what does this mean for the public who can now see these records?
Well, the judge in this case, Cook County Judge Stephen Watkins, wrote in his ruling that it is easily conceivable that a defendant whose case was dismissed would wish to maintain his privacy, but this isn't the case. In this case, he said Smollett had voluntarily appeared on national television both before and after the charges were dropped, including a news conference or a statement in the courthouse lobby. And his lawyers spoke publicly and repeatedly about the case as well. Quote, "These are not the actions of a person seeking to maintain his privacy or simply be let alone." That's from the judge. Continuing with the judge, it was not necessary for him to address this so publicly and to such an extent. And just to remind you, both his attorneys and Smollett himself indicated that this dropping of the charges was a complete exoneration of him. So his wish for privacy, the judge continues, basically does not stand up. So good cause does not exist to keep the records in this case sealed. We expect that in the next couple of hours, those records will be made available to the media, which brought this case in the first place. Now, what's in those records? Well, there might be some very interesting interviews that the police did with Jessie Smollett, as well as his alleged accomplices, the two brothers in this case, who say that Smollett paid them to stage the whole attack back in January.
Either way, it'll be interesting to see what exactly comes from these records. Thank you very much, Dean, for joining us.